On the edge of a small town, there was an old pumpkin patch that everyone said was magical. Every Halloween, children would visit with hopes of finding the perfect pumpkin. But this year was different this year. No one seemed to care. New fancy decorations and spooky gadgets had taken over, leaving the patch quiet and forgotten. Except for one girl, Lily. Lily loved Halloween, not because of the candy or costumes, but because of the magic she felt in the crisp autumn air. Her favorite part was the pumpkin patch, where she and her grandfather would visit every year to pick out the roundest, happiest pumpkin. But this year, her grandfather wasn't there. He had passed away that summer, leaving her heart feeling as empty as the patch itself. Determined to feel close to him again, Lily wandered into the patch. The air was still, and the ground was dotted with sad, overlooked pumpkins. She knelt by one, small and lopsided, the kind most kids would leave behind. "You'll do," she whispered, wiping off the dirt and cradling it in her arms. She remembered how her grandfather used to say that even the smallest, oddest pumpkin could hold the most magic. As she started to leave, she heard a soft rustling. Turning around, she saw something unexpected. The pumpkins were glowing faintly, as if touched by moonlight. A breeze stirred the leaves, and she could almost hear her grandfather's voice. "Don't forget the promise, Lily." She smiled through her tears. Before he passed, her grandfather had made her promise to always find joy in the little things, especially when life felt heavy. That night, she carved the little pumpkin, her hands moving as if guided by something beyond herself. When she lit the candle inside, the whole room seemed too warm, not just from the flame, but from the love she had poured into that pumpkin. The next morning, Lily had an idea. She painted a sign, "Free pumpkins, share the magic." She placed it at the entrance of the patch, hoping to bring others back to the forgotten place. Slowly but surely, people began to trickle in. Families who had been too busy or distracted to visit the patch suddenly found themselves drawn to the pumpkins, each choosing one that spoke to them. It was as if the whole town remembered that Halloween wasn't about the newest decorations, but about the warmth of tradition and the magic of sharing. As the sun set on Halloween night, Lily stood at the patch, watching the glow of candles flickering inside the pumpkins, dotting porches up and down the street. For the first time in months, her heart felt lighter, and just as she turned to leave, she thought she saw something in the distance, a figure with a cane, smiling at her from the shadows. "Thank you, Grandpa," she whispered, knowing in her heart that she had kept her promise, and from that Halloween forward, the pumpkin patch promised